Greetings, Kindred. I am Voivode Maquette, and welcome back to our World of Darkness and another episode of Level by Level, where tonight we're going to be going over the Level 3 gift of Protean known as Shapechange. This power is one of two powers that used to just be referred to as Shape of the Beast in Protean. Now we have Shapechange and Metamorphosis. Going over Shapechange tonight specifically, the book states the vampire can assume the shape of an animal roughly the same size as their original mass. The vampire can only change into one type of animal, usually a wolf, sometimes a large feline, or a giant snake. Usually one associated with their clan or the type of prey they most commonly feed on. The animal, while usually a spectacular example of their species, shows no signs to the mundane observer of being supernatural. I like the fact that it said one associated with your clan or one that you commonly feed from. That tells me that there are fallback animals. If you're playing a gangrel, you're most likely going to turn into a wolf unless you've been feeding off like a large cat or something like that, or bear, or anything like that. But you are going to be roughly the same size as you are in your human form. If you're playing a minister and you've taken this power, you're going to turn into a giant snake. I would associate wolves, again, when it comes to Clan Tzimisce. I think the classic wolf form of the vampire is I think it's common for a reason. But there was also, in older games that I've run, such an argument on why the vampire turned into specific things. And we handled that in our own way, but it's really nice to see that there are things here that specify. The cost is one rouse check. So you rouse the blood and you have the ability to change into this animal. The system states no test is required. The transformation takes one turn, during which the user may take no other actions. Upon transformation, the vampire gains the physical attributes, senses, and native skills associated with that animal, and also gains the animal's natural limits of communication. Manipulation. Most animals can carry one thing in their mouth, and so forth. The vampire can use other disciplines at storyteller discretion. By and large, they can use Auspex, Animalism, Celerity, Fortitude, Potence, and Protean. Many powers of Dominate, Obfuscate, and Presence pose problems. Blood Sorcery is completely off the table. Personally, I don't really see why Obfuscate would be off the table. Now, obviously, using something like Mask of a Thousand Faces or something like that, yes, but the basic concepts of you stand still and not be seen, or you walk around and not be seen, that makes sense to me. That's something that I can see most animals just gaining the stealth ability to be able to use. I don't care about the concept of people using their disciplines. I do like the fact that blood sorcery is just straight out, that you can't do that, and that makes a lot of sense because that usually takes vocalization and fine manipulation. So I completely understand that. I do like the idea of using like presence as an animal. I can definitely see presence being used to gain attention. Like certain animals just walking up and being a fine example could probably turn a head or two, depending on what you were trying to attempt to do. Now, if you're interested in knowing where exactly you're going to find the stats for these animals that you're getting into and what their skill sets typically are, you're going to want to go to page 373, where you're going to find a small list of animals that are going to help you under the tools section. And these are going to be a bat, a bear, a bird of prey, a guard dog, a horse, a rat, and a wolf. Those are going to be your base animals that you are going to be able to get pretty much a good idea of what you can accomplish with said things. And the duration is going to be one scene unless ended voluntarily before that, which is kind of sad to me. I really do wish this was one of those things where a vampire could just choose to live as a wolf for a little while. That would be so neat. Or live as a bat for a little while. Just, I don't know. I can see certain vampires just giving up on even attempting to be human in any kind. I am Voivode Maquette, and this is Our World of Darkness and the playlist of Level by Level for Protean, where we have just gone over Shapechange. I'm very interested in knowing what your chosen shape has always been. I like the fallbacks. I like the wolf form when it comes to my vampires. I think it's an interesting relation between them and the lupines, and it adds so much to the story for that kind of thing. But I want to know what your thoughts are. What do you like to turn into when using Shapechange? Class dismissed.